Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our new series on what is proactive wellness and how we could be starting the day to enhance that. See, I hope you remember from yesterday my definition of proactive wellness and how it can be applied by just changing some daily simple things for us. Okay, get up early and be alert and active and get your body and mind uh, in line and do some things to improve your inner resilience so that you can go and face the life with inner resilience, inner strength coming into the outer body too. Okay. Far too often, people are facing these modern problems of excessive work or just um, not a very nice behavior from colleagues and bosses and other people. So many aspects of the modern life breeds stress and burnout. So my job is to see that we are not going there vulnerable. Suppose you have no energy and you have no enthusiasm and you have no stability in whatever you do, however you react, however you think. All these things can be looked at and you know worked on, right? So that's why I'm starting this day. It involves being aware of what is going on here and now and bringing the awareness in whatever we are doing with stretching, with the breathing, with whatever we do in the session here, right? And then once we are aware and we want to align our body, breath, and the brain, right? All the three B's. So if you remember these two, awareness and alignment, any session that I do will make sense. And then basically get up in the morning, first start with deep breathing, like a 10 of them at the edge of your bed. And that helps you to bring yourselves to the present and then start stretching and stretch all the tensed areas of the body and have some routines of exercise, whatever you like, to bring your body into real energetic and flexible, strong entity. Also, keep the mind here and now, cultivate that presence, and carry the presence like a perfume to whatever you do in life, at work or with family or whatever you do, right? So, the idea is to get the self care started and going from the morning. But this start of the day is very important, you know. So, you always you always pay attention to the start of the day as though it is very important. Okay, don't wake up with a lot of thoughts, but if you wake up with a lot of thoughts, deep breathe and go and identify the presence and whatever is around you. Okay, so welcome. And for those who do not know me, I'm Dr. Rao Kulusu. I'm an internal medicine doctor, but also a yoga practitioner and also an informatician with a master's in biomedical informatics. And I'm a CEO and CWO of a company called BAPAL. Its sole aim is to optimize wellness for everybody. Let it be individuals, groups, society, or to the corporations, corporate leaders. So whatever aspect is there, we concentrate on wellness. Eventually, we should be helping the wellness of the planet too. Okay, so by being satisfied with ourselves, we will not be random consumers without any idea of what it is doing to the planet. Okay, so we live with awareness, with compassion for other people, and we're in the awareness of what is happening with the um, with the with the planet. Okay, so all those things. So how can you be nurturing this inner resilience with the start of the day? Okay, you start with just be aware of where you are, what is the life around you, and how can you really identify that, right? Once you have that, then you go to take deep breaths. When you take deep breaths, also you can start it at the edge of the bed, or you can start it here with us, right? And then you stretch the body, and you can stretch some areas of tension that you have. And today we will do neck stretches, a series of them after the breathing, right? And then you are in the moment, and you are uh, not thinking but aware of what is going on. Don't allow the thinking come into your thing right away. Don't open the devices for information. If you are attending a talk, or if you are really doing something with your body and mind, that's fine. But otherwise, don't let the information from the devices from the world get into you. Okay, it can take some time. First, get yourself established in the present moment. Okay, and then you can revise your attitude about service to the world, and go and do the service with a equanimity. That means you are not going to react to everything, and you want to see everybody as equal. And with those attitudes, you'll be okay. These are the seven principles I was talking about yesterday. So let's do some breathing today, and also we will do some answering questions, and then we'll, at any time you can ask me questions. So that is fine, and you can come and tell me what is your morning routine that really not only makes you more alert, more energized, more insightful of what is going on with you, and have this vibratory sounds that really helps you to come up. Okay, we will do that part of that too, and then see how you are connected to the rest of the world and rest of the people, rest of the animals and planets. Okay, so by realizing that we are all human beings, one tribe, you are connected at that level. You don't have to have opinions and ideas the same, but you have to determine the life force that we have is common to all. If you can do any of this, you will be in the present with attention, thinking appropriately, responding appropriately, not reacting. So you will be feel alert and aware and energized. Okay, that is the purpose of this morning session. And if you have um, uh, any questions or comments or experiences, please come and share with me. Okay, let us start beginning with just doing breathing. A couple of things that you want to remember. You want to have an empty stomach for this, then it will work better. And you also have to have a posture where you are sitting or standing or sitting on the floor, but with your spine erect. That is basically more important, right? And once you have emptied your burden bowel, and then you have taken the seat with your spine erect, close your mouth and take deep breath through the nose all the way, right? And so that the deep inhalation lasting around 7 count makes your abdominal wall come up, right? Raises. And then give you a gap of 4 count, and then breathing out as the abdominal wall goes to the spine. That's all you want to remember. Let's do three of them to just to warm up. So, as you take the deep breath, feel the air touching the alveoli nasi. This is the part of the nose we call alveoli nasi. So, as you get your attention to what you are doing, you should not be drifting in thought, but what is happening here? What is happening here and now is the air is coming into you. You can feel the touch there, and also be aware of the abdominal raising as you breathe in and hold it. And as you breathe out, abdominal goes towards the spine. So that is very important. Actually, that tones your six pack and much better abdominal wall, which is a very good important thing for posture and also energy. So many things are involved in being aware of the abdominal wall raising, abdominal wall going in. It actually better air going in, more air going in, and more air coming out. Right now, the second exercise we do for the breathing is fold your elbows and bring the hands up facing the camera. Both are both palms are straight and facing the camera. And now take deep breath as you take the hands up, extending the elbows way up above your head. And as you breathe out, bring the hands sharply to the original place. Okay, that you can do anywhere in the office also. Just take a break. I recommend take a break of 1 minute every hour as you are working. If you cannot do that much, maybe 5 minutes every 3 4 hours, like that. Okay, and do the breathing exercise to rev you up and then to bring you back to the present. So that way you are not carried with all the thoughts that you don't need to think. Okay, and now we're coming to the final breathing exercise, which is clasping both ears and putting them under the chin and with your elbows bent to the side. Now, raise the elbows to the side as you take a deep breath in and as you take your neck back to head back all the way up. Now, open your mouth and breathe out, saying ah, and bring the elbows down. See how nice and easy and relaxed you have to do, right? See, that is a very nice, relaxed move that really wakes you up. Be here and now. And now you can do other exercises. See, today I'm going to show you something like a hand movements that you can do just after waking up. Okay. Um, Put both hands at the heart size there, and then rotate your wrists as you go to the side, extending your elbows. Only the hands and wrists, but use your force to get the good movement. Okay, all the way to the side, and reverse and come back to the center. Just a hand rotation. Okay, and now go up with the hand rotating at the wrist all the way up. Extend the elbows and go all the way up. Okay, and reverse and come down. Okay, and now go to the front, all the way up, all the way to the front, and come back to the center. So this is simple hand rotation movement that you could do, which will really wakes you up, especially after sleeping few hours. All the joints are kind of stiff, and upper body joints are kind of loose with that. Okay. Now we're going to do some neck stretches today. That's the only stretching that we will do. That it will help you a lot to feel very relaxed, and also all the areas your neck will be released. First, keep a tall posture, elevate your spine, and sit tall, right? And now, as you take the deep breath, let the head fall to the back. Slowly, you have to do these movements slowly, then you will get the maximum benefit. As you are doing this slowly, be aware of the sensations in the neck and the back, and breathe into it. Take a deep breath in, go all the way back if you don't have any pain, and then come down and touch the chin to the chest while exhaling breath out. Two more. Go back to the straight. Take deep breath in. Let the head fall to the back slowly. And as you breathe out, bring the chin to touch the chest. You are going to be aware of only this. Don't let thinking go all over. Pay attention. Be here and now. Now, the last one, again going back all the way. Taking the deep breath in and let the head fall back. And now breathe out and bring the chin to the chest. You can do up to 8 if you have the time. Otherwise, just warming up, these 3 will be okay. Now, look straight and then turn the head to the left as you take the deep breath in. Feel the stretch on the side of the neck on the right side and the left side. And then breathing out, come to the center. Slowly. You'll get better stretch and more if you do them slowly with awareness. To the right, take a deep breath in. Turn the head to the right and breathe out and come to the front. Now again, to the left, take deep breath in. Turn the head to the left, slowly. Feel the stretch, be aware of it, and breathe out. As you come to the front, to the center. And to the right side, take the deep breath in and breathe out and come to the center. Okay, now you want to do a little better stretch of this same movement. What you do is take your right hand, go up and reach over to the left side and hold the head just above the left ear with your fingers. Now bend the neck to the right side, breathing in. Pull the right hand, the left side of the head to the right. See, you're placing your hand over the left ear, right? And then you're pulling that right hand to the right. Breathe out and come to the center. Now, use the alternate. Always remember, you have to be here and now. You have to do both sides of the body. You have to do it slowly and breathe into it. Now, the left hand is over the right ear, holding the head with your fingers, and you bending the head to the left side as you breathe in, and you're pulling with the left hand the head to the left. And breathing out, come to the center. So that is a better stretch, right? Now, what you can do is, other one is put your right hand on the right cheek, and as you elevate your elbow to the side, try to turn the head to the right while applying pressure with the right hand on the right cheek. Take a deep breath and turn against resistance, and then release it as you release the tension. Always do both sides of the body, right? So that's why I bring up the left hand to the left cheek and try to turn the head to the left against resistance as the left hand pushing your head to the right side, and take a deep breath and try to turn and breathe out and come to the center. So you can, according to how you feel, is it allowing you to do that kind of stretches or not, you can slowly advance them to whatever. So this is where your input will help me to help you get maximum benefit. But remember, doing with complete attention whatever you are doing, and really being aware of what is going on in response to the stretch or exercise of your body and of your mind, and the pain or whatever. If you have pain, stop it. You should feel nice, healthy stretch, but not pain. If you have pain anywhere, stop it and ask me how to really grade yourself down so that you don't exhaust yourself, or you don't hurt yourself. Okay, so this is what happens with my students who are in the wellness club. When they come in, I know what is going on with their bodies because they tell me, and also I guide them how to do it safely without injury. Okay, it's not important to compete with anybody. It is important to listen to our bodies and our minds. Okay, now that those are the next stretches you can do. Other stretch I'm going to show you, which will really help you if you have neck pain or stiffness. Okay, what you do is you kind of twist both hands like this, left hand coming up and the right hand down with the elbows, right? And now you reach the head and reach the tip of the top of the head and hold it with the left hand fingers. And as you bend the neck down, pull them down. Pull the head down with the left finger and breathe in and breathe out as you pull down. That is okay. More stretch on your upper back. That's a very good one to practice if you have shoulder pain or neck pain, anything like that. Okay. So yesterday I showed you some shoulder exercises if somebody has tension in the shoulders. And today I showed you some neck exercises. The idea is this: have a deliberate stretch and keep it for long. Breathe through the entire exercise and do both sides of the body equally. And if thereby you are cultivating to be here and now, to be in touch with your body, its pains and tensions, or it's a good feeling, and you are relieving all the tension which is good for you to improve your resilience slowly. Don't be in a hurry to have the perfect posture. Do whatever body allowing you to do. If you do more than what it can do, it's going to hurt and it is going to injure you. The aim of yoga is not to injure you, not to make you weak, but really make you strong from within, right? So when you understand this progressive relaxation of the body with the breathing, relieving the tension, that itself adds a lot. It's like a good massage makes you feel. You will have to have that feeling when you are doing these stretches slowly and deliberately with attention, right? Awareness, okay? And also having the insight what is going on with my body, right? And at the same time, energizing it. And as you listen to the music or the breathing, as you take a, that sound itself vibrates in you and gives you a lot of relief from stress. Okay, and also makes you feel good. All the nerves are better when you have paid attention to this vibratory noise coming from inside and outside. Okay, and then you are connected to all the life because you are not being a mind or you are not being an individual body, but you are identifying yourself with the rest of the human tribe. Okay, so AEIOU, which I mentioned yesterday: alert, energized, insightful, and vibratory sound traveling through the body and calming the nerves and connecting to the rest of the world. These are the principles that I want to see at the end of this workout. You have at least to some degree, at least 1 degree, may not be so much more. Okay, if you can do those, you will be happy. Okay, so we are deep breathing, we are stretching, we are being in the movement, and we are not following the thoughts, but rather observing the thoughts. Then we want to go and work with the intention, attention all the time, and we want to work in a spirit of service, and we want to work with equanimity, not responding to whatever that comes to it, rather respond to situations because they need our attention, but not our emotional reaction for everything. Okay, that's what is happening in modern life is people react for everything way too much with anger or too much with impatience and all that. So if you really examine yourself and study yourself, then you will see why do I have to respond like that, such a trivial thing. Okay, and all is trivial anyway. Once you are really reviewing your reactions, the next time you have the same situation, that will be very, very easy to handle because you already reviewed, you already learned, you already aware of that. So you are not reacting unawarely. Okay, if you are not in awareness, then whatever the mind wants, it can react. See, there are two levels of mind: manas and buddhi in Sanskrit. Manas is more like our limbic system, our instinctive system, where animals react to events just like that. We allow our lower brain react like that versus a considered, educated, discriminatory mind, which is called the buddhi, which is our higher discriminatory faculty. That is the one we want to cultivate. If you are being positive about some things, the positivity will be neuroplastic wise. You create the new brain for you that is reacting positively. So, but if you allow yourself to react for everything, and that builds a system of reacting very quickly negatively, and you make enemies, you make a lot of people unhappy when you thrash at them, right? So that is the one you want to arrest by being in the present, being aware of what's going on, not self-conscious, but being aware of what is going on is very important. Okay, that's what I tell people. I stay in the awareness and I use thought consciously, right? So that's what happens. So we have done some breathing, we have done some stretching, and we have tried to be in the present. And we're going to take it as a perfume to the work. And then, uh, first of all, what is proactive wellness? Why do we have to be cultivating that? And what are the advantages? Proactive wellness means you are actively taking some actions to help yourself to make your body strong, body uh, flexible, and body is energized so that you can perform your task or you can enjoy your life. Even if you want to go for a walk, even if you want to go for a hike, even if you want to go for a climbing the trees, so whatever you do, or you want to play a game, or you want to do your job, you need energy, you need focus, you need attention to capacity of attention to do jobs well, right? So you want to prepare for the day and for the world, for the work, for the people at work, and everything with your strong, very focused and non-reactive, but responding to challenges in a positive way, right? That will be good. Okay. So when I come on this social media, my focus is on what is it that I can contribute to whatever is going on, and how can I serve them. Okay. With that service spirit, I come in. So what happens is I will be really paying attention to that, right? So uh, it's all a question of understanding that and going from there. Okay. So when you want to have inner resilience, you need to revise how your body is, how your mind is, how your heart is, how your spirit is. Okay. That is the comprehensive self care. And when you do those things proactively, that not that somebody is telling you, some doctor is prescribing you, but you yourself are aware of where your wellness is in terms of these factors. Body is strong, body is flexible, body has energy, mind is here and now, mind doesn't react that easily and retains the previous experiences as a learned experiences, but don't go and live in the past or don't go live in the future, but live the present well. And with a heart that is compassionate, kind, and friendly and loving to others, giving and sharing. If you have this, all this, then you have the very good wellness of your body, mind, and heart. And you will be a servant leader because you want to serve other people's needs, and that becomes a real good spirit. Okay, then you are in union with other people too at the life force level. So if you have any questions, please come up, or if tell me how you feel about listening to me and how you are able to understand this, and do you agree with what I am saying about the proactive wellness, why it is so important. See, lots of times people are living only through their mind, through their thoughts, in the intellectual world. Okay, that is not focused is not going to help you, but focused and using the thought for that purpose, but also learning how to stop the thought. That means you have done something positive, and then you are really feeling good about it, but then end that there. Don't carry it again. That means you are going to pay attention to the next task completely, but not being reveling in this particular thing. That's what happens with the mind. You allow thoughts to linger on, and they go and settle down in your subconscious. And unless you try to empty that, that will become hardwired, and that becomes your tendency, that becomes your personality, and that comes out without even you in, really initiating it. So that's how people are always caught up in the data, caught up in thoughts, and then really don't have room up there, right? So they may have to take some alcohol or smoking or some other thing to really understand the chattering of their own mind. Instead, be in the morning very alert and awake to the present, and then carry that through the day and end the day by emptying all those at the end of the day before you sleep. Learn, have some insight into your own reactions, and then empty them and then go to sleep. So if you can do this, you'll be like me. You will be in awareness all the time, attending to everything with complete energy, and you have the energy to do that also. And also, your activities may help you to be more energized. That's what happens to me if I have a day of helping people in a row, either at the clinic, hospital, or online. I kind of get feedback from those interactions of positivity, like they are grateful, or they are appreciative, or they really say that I'm enlightened by this idea and all that. I don't let them allow me to boost my ego. That's the important thing. But rather, I'm grateful, I am happy that I was able to spend my time to help somebody to solve some problem in their life. There are frank suffering people that are in pain or that are in discomfort that come to the clinic, right? So we treat them, but also, I just don't give them an antibiotic or something and send them away. I look at their lifestyles. I look at how they are taking care of their wellness. Are they paying attention to the four pillars of wellness? One is, are they taking vital nutrition, essential nutrients? Are there or not? Are they eating properly or not? And then I want to look at the second pillar, which is, are they exercising optimally? Are they putting their body in a way that is going to be uh, stronger from the activity, not weaker, right? So, functional fitness is something I prescribe to people by knowing what they do, how they do, what is the circumstances, what are the circumstances where they work, or what are the opportunities for them to be physically walking, taking stays, do that all. So be conscious about that. Don't sit it down in the chair for too long. You can stay in the chair if you are doing a meeting, but then after the meeting, get around and walk a little bit. Okay, as many opportunities you have during the day, take them to be physical. That means you are really allowing the body to move. See, those are the two principles, right? One, move the body. Number two is, keep the mind silent when you are not needing it to be used. Don't let it go on autopilot. That's a big trouble in modern times. Okay? So there's techniques for that. Anyway, so proactive wellness is where you are really taking actions to be well on these four pillars. So we talked about the first pillar is the vital nutrition, second pillar about optimal exercise to your physical body and taking deep breaths and all those come into that. And then third process is always try to rest when you are tired, when you are aware that your body is exhausted. Take to rest to or take deep breaths or take some nutrition, whatever you need, or take a nap, or when you are sleeping, know how to have good quality sleep that will regenerate your body and your mind, right? That's the importance of the sleep and why you should understand the dynamics of the sleep and sleep well. I don't take any sleeping pills, and no matter what the situation after a day is, I'll have at least a few hours of very, very sound sleep. So, what I'm saying is, it can be cultivated. You don't have to take medications. You can understand. We'll go into that detail as you go into the. I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to take one aspect of it and then talk about it. But if you want to do more for your body and mind and all that, customize, then you come and join my wellness club, which is you can sign up at bapal.net. BEAPAL net. That's the place you want to go and take the membership if you want to. Okay, I would suggest that you take it if you have problems that you are not able to catch up with and not able to correct them without medications or without some external agents. You see, body has a lot of potential, mind has a lot of potential, but both are like elephants. Unless you train them properly, they will overtake you. So don't let the elephants crush you while you are trying to protect the ants under your feet. Okay, look at body problems will be building, mind's problems are building, and they come very late to the medical field, and they cannot do much about correcting them. They will do the symptomatic treatment, and then they will tell you eat well, exercise, and sleep. And the fourth pillar is always try to use thought efficiently and in a reasonable way. Don't let it go on automatic pilot. Okay, so that's not suppressing the thoughts, but being smart about the thoughts. Okay, so so yeah, Sarah Burke said, looking forward to future talks and information. Yeah, surely. This is going to be, daily affair for a while till I get people understand what is the importance of proactive wellness and bring some of these elements into their morning routine so that they are helped in the long run. It's not that I'm going to take away your medications or I'm going to take away your doctor's advice. You do that yourself. But then you also see, what am I doing for my wellness? Am I being proactive? That's where I want to provide some inspiration, some guidance, and some information, and personally deliver to you. And but then you have to start doing this morning routine, at least to some extent. Get up in the morning, sit at the edge of the bed, take 10 deep breaths, and try to be here and now. Don't open the devices for half an hour, and then stretch and breathe and do some exercise, whatever exercise you want to do. I do yoga, I do treadmill, I do walking outside, I climb my stairs. I have three-level house, so I go up and down all the time. So you can do a lot of things. And then I do these talks, and when I do the talks, if I'm not talking, I will get up and walk that way and this way and listening to them. And then when I have to speak, I may sit down and talk, or I may talk just carrying the iPhone around. So any number of ways you want to be making a mission of, I want to see where my wellness goals are, where my stress levels are, what are my lifestyles, how can I understand how the lifestyles are causing some of my problems and reverse them. Okay, so if you have a particular problem, like you are a smoker and you have difficulty breathing, and I would take you to the clinic and the hospital, take a X-ray, check your oxygen level, check your ABGs, arterial blood gases, and see where your breathing is, and they help you to dilate your bronchi with medications and give the oxygen, whatever you need. That is all when you developed a disease and this is produce symptoms. Usually they don't come just like that. They will have an insidious onset, and then your long habit of smoking causes this COPD, and that's why you are suffering that. Then I have to treat you for the damage and also make you stop the agents that are causing the damage and do that on an ongoing basis. But what I am talking about is, don't allow that to go that far. Be proactive about these illnesses right in the beginning. So I'm trying to give you preventive medicine on steroids, right? So it's not like once in a while you go to check the blood sugar and say, oh, my blood sugar is high, let me take some tablets or some insulin. That may be the solution immediately, but the long-term solution is, how can I change my diet? How can I increase my activity? How can I sleep better? All these things you have to do to get that diabetes, blood sugar out of control. For example, yoga has a very good exercise to massage the inner organs of the abdomen. So once you do them, then you will also help pancreas recover from the damage that it had because of the too much of sugar that you have taken into your system, dumping the sugar and then making the pancreas work over time, secrete more insulin, and that insulin becomes hyperinsulinemia, and that gets into insulin resistance, and you have problem. But if you reverse, like uh, make sure that you are eating when you are hungry and you are eating complex carbohydrates, protein, and fiber, then you will burn them slowly. Then insulin demands will be slow, and then your insulin resistance will go away if you do some toning exercise of the muscles, right? Yoga shows you any asana you take it, and then that asana you maintain for a longer time, and also you're breathing into that, so it goes all the way into the demanding areas of the blood, and it supplies the muscles that you are not normally using. Okay, so you become fit from within. So this is proactive wellness. Because the productive illness is not there, we are allowing a lot of diseases pent up. It could be mental or it could be physical. Mental illness is too much of information, too much thinking, overthinking, not able to take rest and revive the mind. Allow the mind to be a perceptive body, and using the um, segment of thought to express or to really communicate with other people, but making our own castles in the future, castles that had existed in the past, and live there. Don't do that with the mind. Then the mind will go helter skelter, and then it will have a lot of thoughts, but no revival of your mental faculties. Okay, you want to be focused, you want to be bringing all the intellect you have, which is a very sharp instrument. You don't want to cut yourself. That's what more people are doing, and they are thinking they are living. Just live there in their thought castle. Break that. Just use a thought and end it. If you can make it slowly, that becomes easier. So there are two elements for you. One is the body, other is the mind. Both are yours. You are not them. They are your instruments. Once you have that, that you stay in that awareness, and that is where you are staying in your being, in your life force, and all, right? So a lot of people do years of meditation to realize this, but it's actually very simple. If you can be aware of it, anything, that you are in that energy. So be aware and use the instrument of thought as needed and end it on a daily basis. Okay, so we have only a few more minutes left. If anybody wants to tell me, come and tell me anything, I'm open now, and otherwise we'll close in a few minutes. Be free to come and tell me how you are able to understand what I'm saying about proactive wellness, about your role on being proactive about your wellness for the long term, and how to handle the immediate. See, like something has fallen down, you want to reconstruct it, it takes some time, right? So, this kind of commitment to our wellness on a daily basis, yeah, go and listen to the coaches and their direction about particular aspect, nutrition, exercise. A number of people are doing that. I love those coaches. Go and do them, but be in charge of your wellness. Comprehensive self-care, all the four pillars of that. Okay, Cecilia, come up and tell me how you received all this. And thank you for appreciating it. Yeah, Cecilia is coming up.
Hi, Dr. Rao. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Cecilia?
Okay, good. Sorry, I wasn't going to come up because it's kind of noisy where I am, but hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yeah.
And well, I just tuned in because, like I said, I do a meditation every morning and it ends at 8:30 Central. So I just kind of came in for the past, I
Right.
don't know, 10 minutes or so.
Right.
And but I love what you were saying about, you know, calm the mind and don't focus on the trivial things and how everything is trivial, right?
Yes. Yeah. It is all trivial. Yeah. Uh,
Yes,
yeah.
but we make such big deals of things, and if we just relax and
Yeah.
stop thinking of one thought and then
Mm.
creating another, 5,000 after that, when I
Yeah.
think a lot of us would be a lot calmer, a lot healthier,
Yeah.
and just happier.
Yeah, I'm glad you are doing the meditation. I'm proud of you that, Cecilia. As you go along in these talks, what happens is you will understand what is a meditative session generally considered, and what is really true meditation where you are really always aware. That means I don't have to sit down and do meditation. I can be meditative awareness all the time. I
Right?
think it's
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's not like a dismissing whatever you are doing with meditation. It's like
Yeah.
understanding what you are doing better and bring more efficiencies into that. Okay.
Sure. I mean, I'm walking the dog right now, and I can
Yeah.
tell you I'm pretty meditative while doing it, right? I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
focus on right now and
Yeah. Being
enjoying
aware
the.
of your footsteps, being aware of the pulling of the dog, being aware
Yeah,
of its own behavior and all that, that becomes in the present, here and now. Just
that's
by
right.
being with that, you are meditating.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. And I can tell you too, Dr. Rao, I started meditating, well, I don't even know how many years ago. It was way back when I lived in Brooklyn.
Hmm.
And I remember when I first started like a regular practice of actually going to like a Buddhist meditation
Hmm.
place. Every Sunday we would do our
Hmm.
a little talk and then the meditation. And I remember going back to work because I worked in a garden center, so I was off for like 3 months. So
Hmm.
during the winter, practicing those 3 months, when I went back to work, like I realized how much calmer I was, how like less reactive I
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
I would be arguing with my manager all of the time because she was a very kind of hard to please woman,
Mm-hmm. Bosses.
which
Yeah.
really,
Mm.
which really was kind of like the relationship I had with my mother, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but but I realized how much better I could like handle all of it, less reactive, less angry,
Yeah.
way more compassionate.
Oh, oh. Come back, Cecilia. You are in the middle of telling me something important. I was going to talk to you about. Yeah. Yeah. Continue.
And so I was saying like even like way more compassionate because I like could understand her pain,
Yeah.
I understood where she was and it wasn't a very healthy, happy place.
Yeah. You have become more empathetic, so you can empathize with what they are doing. I think that's a very important point Cecilia brought out, because what happens out there in our life, anybody, there will be difficult bosses, there will be people who are really focused only on the materialistic progress, nothing else. So that's the problem with the modern society. Anywhere is we are focusing on the doing way much at the cost of our being. So we have to take the responsibility of how to bring the being. So, like, she is trying to be non-reactive, empathetic, understanding. That means she is coming with a full supportive heart. Like, that is good for you. Actually, when you are not reacting like viciously, you are not secreting any stress hormones. So by not reacting, no matter whatever the behavior that coming at us, we are helping ourselves.
That's right, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
not being a doormat, but being
right,
aware of this and being compassionate to the person. Thereby, you allow your heart to be more proactively well.
yes, I love it,
Yeah,
absolutely. And like I said, I had and am experiencing it. I remember going back to work and thinking like I was standing with a customer,
yeah,
and I was, sometimes people just like to like hang out and kind of take take their time even though they weren't going to purchase things, and I would like be very quick to like move on to the next person before
Yeah.
and then I was like, wow, this meditation is really working because I'm not like so quick, and I'm taking the time to just have that connection rather than to move on to the next person because I felt they were wasting my time or something.
Yeah. You see, this attitude of service I talked about, Cecilia, that works very well for us because then we will take back from our own impulse of lashing out or pushing people out. We will be more like, how can I help you? What is your need? Is it completely fulfilled or not? That kind of attitude of service helps us, helps the other person also.
Yes, definitely. And like I said, I'm seeing it. So
Yeah.
thank you for your talks this morning. I will go back and listen to
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Yeah, we will go every day into details of one thing or other. Meditation will be one of them too, because you got to take the two elephants, right? One is the body, another is the mind. So there's a lot to come. Okay. Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you. All right. Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. So that was good. Cecilia brought out a couple of things that I was trying to emphasize is how to not to react, but to respond to the challenges that are coming up, right? So if you can cultivate that non-reactive responding nature, that means a situation comes and we don't want to emotionally react, but we want to take it in what is coming up. And then with our discriminated mind, we can choose what is the right path to respond to really discharge our duties. So we have to work. When we go to work, with what kind of attitude we are taking? Are we taking the modern, mean, more like get things done, get what I want from this, get the juice out of these people, or I want to allow this person to grow from his or her experiences. It could be a mistake, but then give them a chance, give them more training, give them more assistance, give them more recommendations on how they can improve their performance and nurture them versus using them, right? Then you feel good that you have helped another human being to nurture something better, and then they evolved into better human beings helping the world. So there's so much involved in reacting versus responding. Responding means you are responding ability, responsibility have increased, but you are doing with a smart mind, with not being a slave of the senses and reacting at that level. Okay, so usually if you take a little bit time, take a deep breath, your response will change. So you have to consider as you are doing these reactions and then you feel bad about them, don't let them go just like that. Just stay with them, understand them, and learn from that. And the next time the same situation comes, you will not react that quickly or that badly. And slowly, you will become like a monk. You are not reacting to anything negatively, everything positively, and also you kind of respond to the tasks, the duties that we have to do. Okay, but doing them not at the expense of your wellness, mental wellness, but with real proactive wellness. Okay, I hope you got something out of this session today. And we're going. This is a vast subject, you know. So attend all my friends who are acting as coaches here. I go there myself. I love a lot of people. Doris, every day I go there, and sometimes according to the work, whoever is there, if I am kind of can listen to them at least. I go there, and if I could come and talk, I'll talk them. You know, Chelsea, Kate, so many people, right? They are really doing a very good job. But I'm trying to coordinate all of the different aspects of wellness: nutrition, exercise, mental wellness, and spiritual evolution. Any number of things are there, but I don't want to push too much to it. But basically, be smart, be proactive about your wellness. Don't allow things to build up underneath in your metabolism at the cellular level. Okay, change from within comes only when you are really knowledgeable about your condition and understand the solutions and applying them wisely, slowly, and deliberately. Okay, so learn the solutions here, what I'm talking about for the body and mind and different aspect of it, and try to apply them slowly. And if you have difficulties, DM me and I will address those questions for you. Like somebody asked me about silence, how to do it. I addressed that. So if you ask me any question, I'll be able to address that either on the room itself if I'm there, or maybe I will give you answer on the direct message. And if you want deeper and better solutions, I welcome you to join my wellness club. Once again, that website is BAPAL, BEAPAL, like a BAPAL, like a friend, .net, BAPAL.net. Thank you, and I will come here every day at 8 o'clock, and I will try to, present this over and over again in different aspects. I have not even touched one or two. There are 100 different things I can do. So it will take a long time to really present these viewpoints, and it will take a long time for you to really get on with this, and then you go from there. Okay. Thank you for coming. 32 people have come here. That's good. And I will be seeing you again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And also, I'll come on different people's rooms so as my time permits. And that's because this is a radio like, I can come and talk and or listen and go from there. Thank you very much. I'll see you again tomorrow.